going on? This right here is a 2015 Specialized Sirrus, and it is, in itself, a road bike. This thing does not have disc brakes, it does not have any shocks, front or back, and it also doesn't have very good treaded tires. But I am going to off-road this today on a sand trail in my neighborhood. Let's see how this goes. But first, a quick overview. This bike is equipped with front and back V-brakes, front and back Atlas Shimano derailleurs, and 3 gears on the front derailleurs, as well as 8 gears on the back derailleurs, as you can see through my shifting. Now, I do have to talk about the tires. They are 700 by 32 centimeters, but the tread is so shallow, which I'll talk about later. Now, somewhere where this bike really hits its stride is definitely in its styling. From the furthest back parts of the frame to the furthest front parts of the frame, this bike's styling is very, very symmetrical and very, very beautiful. I really have always liked the styling. It even comes and shows itself in the rims. That is such great detailing, and it really makes this bike definitely feel more professional and just better crafted as a whole. You'll also see that it eventually does converge in the middle frame of the bike and really just has this really nice feel. Now, with that being said, it's time to take this show on the road. Or, in this case, off the road. Let's get started. So, about to off-road in the Sirrus, and I should say that I'm going to take some footage of the trail and cut it in so you can see exactly what I'm dealing with. So here we are on some sand. So again, as you saw in the original review, good lord, these are the stock tires that came with the bike, and they have about the shallowest tread of any other bike that I've ever ridden before in my life, and frankly, it is just horrible. All right, so I just stopped, and this thing it doesn't want to start up again. It's really having issues this morning, so we're gonna try and get it a bit of a head start here so we can get to a better place. Oh, God damn it. All right, time to walk it. So the suspension right now isn't a huge problem since this is sand. You know, it might help a little bit if you're on like gravel trails, which you'll see that there is one up here. That's a fun time. This sand trail is rough. It's very rough. There are spotches of grass. They're few and far between until you get here, but that should give me a little bit more traction than I had on just plain sand. So let's go onto the grass and see how this thing does. And even in sandy freaking grass, it's not even handling. Oh no, billowy sand. Oh shoot. Gosh. Already slipped out a second time. Oh, you can see it. You can actually see, I came out here yesterday as the day I'm recording this, and it was pretty bad. And I wanted to see, you know, how bad could it be with, you know, trying it a second time. Like, I had a little experience under my belt. Let's see if I can do it again. Answer is just as bad as the first time. So yeah, this is not fun. Actually, if you want your bike to fight you a bit and take this off-roading, I just slipped out again, by the way. You should definitely invest in some shallow tread tires because you'll slip out like every 10 seconds. Okay, back on ye old horse here. So I'm in a lower range gearing, so I don't have to push as hard. I was at 2.3, I'm rocking 2.2 right now. Okay, so I'm basically going over parts of roughage right now just to keep traction. Oh no, okay. All right, we're walking it again. And here we are at a part where I could probably get on. Okay, I'm about to encounter the same part as I saw yesterday. There's no traction. It's a ridge part. It's not very fun, and it's probably pretty packed in. I'm gonna try and ride in these ridges. And if I fall, I'm just falling in sand, right? Yep, no. These are some pretty freaking amazing ridges. If I maybe kept some momentum going, I might have been able to. I'm in low range. I'm at 2.1 right now. I tried to throw it into 2.1. to get it going at least a little bit. So we're coming up to a pretty rough part in the trail where I'm just gonna end up having to walk it anyway. We got some pine needles here, so that's a definite good thing. All right, so I'm at a 2-1 right now. I could probably switch up to 2-2, but just to be safe, we're gonna stay at 2-1, just in case I have to encounter more sand, which I am right now. Here we are at the gravel. So, not as much slippage. Okay. I think I just stopped right in front of a poison ivy leaf, so that worked out pretty well for me. Here we are at the end of the trail. This did not handle well at all. Hi, I'm in a different room, but I did want to give my final opinion on the 2015 Specialized Sirrus, so I'm going to do that now. What I do like about it is it's fast, definitely fast. You can crank real fast, especially downhill. It really moves, it does. It handles very well, even at those high speeds too. That's two really, really big pros about it. It's very direct in its power too. Once you pedal and you get that chain moving, it doesn't feel like there's any delay or anything holding you back. It feels like as soon as you hit the pedals, you're going. So that's a really good feature, especially for an entry-level road bike like this. I mean, you do get what you pay for when you're spending $500 on a bike. It's definitely something to consider. Which was the price. I do believe the prices range from anywhere from $250 for like a base model to $600, but at the time that I got it for around $500, and it's definitely a good entry-level bike. It works very well for what it is. The next thing is what I don't like about it. I really don't like that it doesn't come with shocks. I mean, that might shock some people. That was a bad joke, I'm sorry. But anyway, it might shock some people that I'm saying that, but even if you're riding on sidewalk, where a road bike should be able to ride as well, you have to deal with the harshest ride you'll ever experience on a road bike. I mean, it's just insane. And I can convert the fork into a shocks, which I'll probably end up doing to make it more like a hybrid, but that is one thing you have to consider. You're gonna end up spending more time and money converting the fork into shocks, and it's going to be worth your while, but it's going to take some time and money, like I said. But the other thing is replacing the tires. Replacing the tires is something that's going to also take more time and money, and if you don't know how to replace tires, like myself, as of right now, then you're going to have a rough time, and you're going to have to take it into a shop and have them replace it, and it's this whole thing. Tires aren't that expensive, but it gets expensive over time. So, I mean, those are two things that's missing, but otherwise I really do like this bike. And do I recommend that you buy this? If you are looking to road bike, definitely. This thing is the right entry-level road bike. It really, really handles. It is my favorite bike out of all the ones that I've ever ridden to ever ride. I mean, it's such a smooth ride. If you're on pavement, it's fast. Like I said before, it's really a great bike. But I mean, anything off-road doesn't even really handle that well in grass is what I like to compare it to. And as you can see in sand and gravel, it doesn't handle very well at all. But if you convert it, this would be a perfect bike to have as a go-anywhere bike. If you are looking to seriously ride, this is an entry level, so make sure that you broaden your horizons just a little bit. Anyway, I could sit here and literally drone on about this bike for hours, so I'm going to cut this just a tad short, and just remember to like this video if you want to. If you don't, that's fine too, and subscribe as well, and post a comment. Tell me what you think. This is the first thing, I'm trying to start this new thing, and I thank you for clicking on this video. Hopefully it was interesting. I'll see you in the next one.